Hello and welcome everybody to We Roll Dice. Exciting day. The release of the Rogue Trader for Kill Team. Now, in that Rogue Trader Kill Team come 2 codexes to be able to use these glorious miniatures in your games of Warhammer 40,000. Yes, even using the small little eye-bite swarms. So I've got a few of them painted up already. This one, the base still needs to be done and a few touch-up work. Same with this one. But go through quickly here some of the miniatures. They are fantastic. Paint jobs that I've done so far. I'd like to invite you to like and subscribe to this channel. We have giveaways coming up at 500 subscribers. I'm getting these guys painted up and ready to go to have a game against a good friend of mine, Mini Wargamer Jay. So check out his channel, Jaded Productions. These, once again, just going through some of these that I've got painted up. You'll see these featured in, we're hoping to do at least a battle report, if not a full narrative campaign. I love these little grubs. Lots of little beasties when it comes to the Nurgle side. We'll just quickly go through these, and then we're going to go through that codex and give a look at what you can do. And now these ones aren't painted, so I'll just throw them up here. They're fantastic. I've got them primed, ready to go. Detail in these models is amazing. I'll do a future video once I have them all completely painted. As you can see, like with this one, he's partially painted. This was like the test mini. This is Thriceborn. Vulgar Thriceborn, or Thrice Cursed. Hair got caught in there. Here we go. And 2 more of these. Again, I had this one, which I've started to paint. Okay, without any further ado, let's get into the Gellerpox Infected Codex. So it's a fairly thin codex, first off. It is, how many pages here? So 19 pages plus a few pages worth of pictures, so we'll say about 21 pages. So you have your introduction, lets you know all about Nurgle, the Gellerpox Infected, how they work their way in, some gorgeous artwork. This is the, you'll get this like poster, this divided sleeve in the Rogue Trader box set for Kill Team. It's an expansion for Kill Team, so some story, some background there. Let you know how everything happens. And then the Contagious Contingent. So the abilities, the following abilities are common to several of the Gellerpox Infected units. So Disgustingly Resilient, so that's a 5+ unmodify, you know, like whenever they lose a wound. Vulgar's Followers. This ability has no effect unless the army includes Vulgar Thrice Cursed. If it does, you cannot set up any unit with this ability before you have set up Vulgar's Thrice Cursed. When set up Vulgar Thrice Cursed during deployment, all units with this ability are set up at the same time. When you set up Vulgar Thrice Cursed on the battlefield for the first time, all units with this ability must be set up within 6 inches of him. They cannot be set up. If they cannot be set up, they are destroyed. So this is Vulgar Thrice Cursed. The guy with the 3 heads. Okay. Warlord trait. If Vulgar Thrice Cursed is your Warlord, he always has the Twisted Brilliance Warlord trait below. And what Twisted Brilliance is if your army is battle forged, you receive 3 additional command points. These can only be spent to use Gellerpox Infected Stratagems on page 18. So now, Vulgar Thrice Curse himself. Beautiful picture of him there. The model there. These are approximately ogre size. Ogrin, sorry. So, movement 5, WS 3+, BS 6+, strength 5, toughness 5, wounds 5, attacks 4, leadership 9, save 6+. So, he has a belly flamer, which is fantastic looking. Looks like a furnace right in his stomach. It has a range of 8 inches. It's assault D6, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. This weapon automatically hits its target. It's basically a flamer. And then he has the Flesh Ripper Claws. They are melee, range melee, type melee, strength +1, AP -2, doing 2 damage. So he's a beast in combat with 4 attacks and the Ripper Claws. So you'll be hitting at strength 6. That's not bad. That's not bad. AP -2. So he's a marine killer. Abilities, disgustingly resilient. Lord of Resentment. So reroll hit rolls of 1 made for friendly Gellerpox infected units within 6 inches of Vulgar Thrice Curse. That's fantastic. So his little melee unit that comes running up, they're going to be deadly. Bionic Abomination. Vulgar Thrice Curse has a 5+ invulnerable save. Not bad, not bad. Makes up for his 6+ armor save. So he ends up with a 5+ and then a 5+ disgusting resilient. And with 5 wounds, he might stay on the battlefield a little while. Horrific Visage. Subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of all units whilst they are within 6 inches of an enemy model with this ability. So again, it's going to give you that additional model taken of your enemies taken out of action if they fail their morale test. Okay, now the Gellerpox Mutants. These beautiful boys. So they have a movement 5, WS 4+, BS 4+, strength 4, toughness 4, 1 wound, 2 attacks, a leadership of 6, and a saving throw of 6+. It has to contain, the unit contains 3 Gellerpox mutants. Each model attacks with its mutated limbs and improvised weapons and is armed with frag grenades. Only one of this unit can be included in your army. So only one unit can be included in your army of the Shamblers, and it only has 3. So everything you needed right there. Mutated limbs and improvised weapons. Range melee, type melee, strength as user, so strength 4, AP -1, 1 damage. The AP -1 is nice. Frag grenades, standard, 6-inch range, grenade D6, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1. Abilities, disgustingly resilient, and Vulgar's followers. So they have to be set up with the big lad himself. Gellerpox Masks. Models in this unit have a 5+ invulnerable save. Each time you roll in an unmodified saving throw of 6 for this unit in the fight phase, the unit that made the attack suffers 1 mortal wound after it has made all of its attacks. So it's nice. It can bounce back those attacks. I like that. Keywords, Chaos, Gellerpox Infected for the factions. And then keywords, Nurgle, Infantry, Gellerpox, Mutants, and Vox Shamblers. So let's quickly go back here. Yes, Nurgle once again. Infantry, Twisted Lord, Vulgar. So these can be included in your Nurgle army because of having the Nurgle keyword. Keep that in mind. Glitchlings. These are possibly one of my favorite things. These little guys. So a Glitchling, it's a cousin to a Nurgling, but they're all about technology, and they love, although their greatest joy is disrupting the technologies of the mortal races, Glitchlings are malicious creatures, and they find immense entertainment to stab or bite foes that are distracted by their weapons malfunctioning. Basically, these are Nurgle's version of gremlins. And if you don't know what gremlins are, go back to the 80s, watch those movies. They're fantastic. Anyways, great Christmas time movies, trust me. So anyways, Glitchlings. Movement 5, WS 4+, BS dash, strength 2, toughness 2, wounds 1, attacks 2, leadership 7, saving throw of a 6+. The unit contains 4 Glitchlings. Each model attacks with its diseased claws and fangs. Only one of this unit can be included in your army. I'm seeing a theme here. Excuse me. The weapons: Disease, Claws, and Fangs, range melee, type melee, strength user, AP 0, damage 1. Reroll wound rolls of 1 for this weapon. And nothing. It's great. They have Disgustingly Resilient, which is better than a lot of units at this size. And they are Vulgar's followers. So again, have to be set up around Vulgar Thriceborn. Thrice Cursed, sorry. They're demonic, so they have a 5+ invulnerable save. They're squishable. Models in this unit only receive the benefits of their Disgustingly Resilient ability against attacks with a damage characteristic of 1. So easy to wipe out with some higher strength weapons, should you choose to target a Glitchling with it. Weapon Glitch. Subtract 1 from hit rolls made for attacks with ranged weapons that target this unit. That's great. Subtract 1 from the hit rolls. Amazing. So, faction keywords: Chaos, Gellerpox Infected. Keywords: Nurgle, Infantry, Daemon, Glitchlings. Now we're on to the big boys. The Hull Breakers. That's these massive guys, as you can see in the picture. So the Nightmare Hulks. Movement 5, weapon skill 4+, BS dash, strength 5, toughness 5, wounds 4, 3 attacks, leadership 7, 6+ save. But then Nasher's Screamer, which is this gentleman here. Movement 5, WS 4, BS dash, strength 5, toughness 5, wounds 4, 4 attacks instead of 3 attacks, 8 leadership instead of 7, 6+. So basically he's your champion in that squad, your captain, whatever you call it. This unit contains Nasher's Screamer and 2 Nightmare Hulks. Each model attacks with its hideous mutations. Nasher's Screamer is also armed with a Plague Cleaver. Only one of this unit can be included in your army. Hideous mutations. So these are their weapons. You have range melee, type melee, strength as user, AP -2, 2 damage. Not bad. So strength 5, AP -2, 2 damage. Okay. Then the Plague Cleaver, the exact same, with the exception of it re-rolls wound rolls of 1 with the weapon. Abilities: Disgustingly Resilient and Vulgar's followers. So again, everything kind of has to be mashed in this tight little circle. And Horrific Visage. Subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of units whilst they were within 6 inches of enemy models with this ability. Now that says enemy models, not enemy units. So unless that gets FAQ'd, there are 3 in this unit, plus Vulgar. If they are all attacking the same unit and they're within 6 inches, would that not be -4 to their leadership ability? Because it's within 6 inches of enemy models with this ability, not units. So I'm curious if you know. Look in the or please write that in the comments below. But I'm pretty sure that that's the way it is. So we have the Mutated Vermin. These are all the little like bugs and stuff that were caught. Because quick explanation: the Gellerpox Infected are kind of infused with it's a new curse that a new energy that Chaos has put forth, and it affects machines and man and melds them together. So this particular Gellerpox Infected was created when the Rogue Trader ship was attacked and weird chaos energies started flowing through the ship and mutating the ship and its crew. So almost all of these, this is previous Imperial crew that have been mutated. Fantastic. And when these guys speak, it's a bunch of garble and spouting out code and different computer type noises. But anyways, on with it here. So our eye stinger swarms. These are the flies, and you get 4 of these models. And the last one. So 4 of these models in the kit. And the eye stinger swarms. They have a movement 10, WS of 4+, BS of dash, strength 2, toughness 2, wounds 1, D3 attacks, leadership 8, and a save of 7+. This unit contains 4 eye stinger swarms, each with its spawning barb. Only one of this unit can be included in your army. Spawning barb. So range melee, type melee, strength user, AP 0, damage 1. Each unmodified hit roll of 6 made for this weapon automatically results in a wound. Do not make a wound roll for this attack. Kind of like a mortal wound. Oh, there's a neighbor starting up the car. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, abilities. They have Vulgar's Followers again. Mutated Vermin. This unit does not take up a slot in a detachment that includes Vulgar Thrice Cursed. Buzzing Swarm. Subtract 1 from hit rolls to attack this target, or this unit. Hatchlings. Add 1, this is one of my favorite, add 1 slain model to this unit at the start of every turn. That's great. They just keep coming back. As long as they're still alive, you just keep adding them back. Okay, and now the Curse Mites. These are creepy looking little models. Okay, so the Curse Mites, again, you get 4 of those. They have a movement of 8, WS 4+, BS dash, strength 2, toughness 2, 1 wound, attacks 2, leadership 8, and a save of 6+. This unit contains 4 Curse Mites. Each is armed with a blood-sucking proboscis. Only one of this unit can be included in your army. The blood-sucking proboscis. Melee, or range melee, type melee, strength as user, so strength 2, AP 0, 1 damage. Each unmodified hit roll of 6 made for an attack with this weapon scores 2 hits. Vulgar's Followers, once again. Mutated Vermin. This unit does not take up a slot in a detachment that includes Vulgar's Thrice Cursed. And Leaping Insectoids. You can reroll failed charge rolls for this unit. In addition, whenever this unit piles in or consolidates, it can move up to 6 inches instead of 3. So far, these Mutated Vermins seem to be your objective grabbers, your fast, just harassing troops. Okay, so we have Sludge Grubs. Again, you get 4 of these fantastic little models. And the Sludge Grubs have movement 5, WS 4+, BS 4+, strength 3, toughness 2, wounds 1, attacks 1, leadership 8, saving throw 6+. This unit contains 4 Sludge Grubs. Each attacks with its Fanged Maw and Stinger, as well as Acid Spit. Only one of this unit can be included in your army. So the Fanged Maws and Stinger are range melee, type melee, strength user, AP -1, damage 1. The Acid Spit has an 8-inch range, is type pistol, which is fantastic. Strength user, AP -1, damage 1. The abilities, it has Vulgar's Followers, Mutanoid Vermin, so it does not take up a slot, and Caustic Blood. Roll a d6 each time a model in this unit is slain in the fight phase. On a 6, the unit that killed the model suffers a mortal wound after it has made all of its attacks. And then Chaos, Gellerpox Infected, Nurgle, Beast Mutanoid, Vermin, Sludge Grubs, exact same thing, but Curse Mites, exact same thing, but Eye Stinger Swarm for the others. And that is all the units. First of all, I'll go through the points cost here. So the Curse Mites, you can have 4 models per unit, and the points, including weapons, is 3 points each. Eye Stinger Swarm, you can have 4 at 3 points each. The Vox Shamblers, you can have 3 at 8 points each. Glitchlings, 4 for 4 points each. Hull Breakers, the big guys, you can have 3 of them for 31 points each. Sludge Grubs, you can have 4 of them for 4 points each. Vulgar Thrice Cursed, 1 for 65 points. This is a dirt cheap unit to bring to the table. Gets you those extra command points. I can see these being added in a lot of Nurgle armies. I think these guys are legitimately going to be seen on the table in games of 40k. Maybe not in the most competitive of lists, but then again, these little insects, the Eye Stinger Swarms at 3 points a model, just whipping it. They're so tiny too, you can hide them just about anywhere. I can see these whipping around, grabbing objectives. Okay, so stratagems. If your army is Battleforged and includes Vulgar Thrice Curse, you have access to the stratagems below, meaning you can spend command points to activate them. These help you reflect the unique tactics and strategies used by the Gellerpox Infected on the battlefield. So, first of all, Mutated Infestation. Use this stratagem at the end of your movement phase. Choose a unit of Mutated Vermin from your army that has been destroyed. Set it up anywhere wholly within 12 inches of a friendly Gellerpox Infected unit and more than 9 inches away from any model. Again, fantastic with these guys. Like, you're bringing one back every turn. If the guy manages to wipe them all out, 1 command point, they're all back. Now, they're cheap. They're easily killed. But man, could you can just harass. I mean, for 1 command point and, 12 points to get these guys on the table? Fly up, harass the unit. They spend a round targeting them, killing them. Bring them back with this command point. So you're legitimately 12 points, 1 command point, erasing 2 rounds of shooting from an otherwise good unit. Okay. Fiery Demise. Use this stratagem when Vulgar Thrice Curse is slain. Before removing him from the battlefield, roll a d6 for each unit within 6 inches. On a 4+, that unit suffers a mortal wound. So it says within, not wholly within. So that's not bad. Corruption and Decay, 1 command point. Use this stratagem at the start of the fight phase. Choose an enemy unit within 3 inches of a Gellerpox Infected unit from your army. Until the end of the phase, add 1 to all wound rolls made for the Gellerpox Infected models from your army when they target this unit. Not bad. Rancid Vomit, 1 command point. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase. Choose a Hullbreaker model from your army, then choose an enemy unit within 6 inches of it that is visible to it. Roll 3d6 for each roll of 5+. That enemy unit suffers a mortal wound. It's 1 command point, so it's not that bad, but it's still, you're probably going to, on average, deal 1 mortal wound. So, Machine Glitch, 1 command point. Use this stratagem after a unit of Glitchlings from your army has fought in the fight phase. Choose an enemy vehicle within 1 inch of that unit and roll a d6 for each model in your unit. For each roll of 4+, the enemy unit suffers a mortal wound. That one is much better. That's 50-50. If you still have 4, 1 command point is going to be 2 mortal wounds to that vehicle. Could be what's needed to finish it off or knock it down to that next bracket, depending. Geller Shift, 1 command point. Use this stratagem before you move the Vox Shamblers. These guys. In the movement phase. Instead of moving this unit normally, it can make a Geller Shift. Remove this unit from the battlefield. Then, at the end of the movement phase, set it up anywhere that is more than 9 inches from the enemy model. Great unit to take those back objectives behind the enemy lines. Great unit for that. I mean, or these, you can just fly them over there. Insane Gibbering. 1 command point. Use this stratagem at the start of the enemy psychic phase. Until the end of the phase, subtract 1 from psychic tests taken for enemy psychers whilst within 18 inches of Vulgar Thrice Cursed. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. And Twisted Blessings, 1 command point. Use this stratagem at the end of your movement phase. Choose a Hullbreaker model from your army. That model regains 1 lost wound. Not bad for 1 command point. Keeps them around. And then we have some beautiful artwork of the combined Gellerpox Infected with the Nurgle army. I think that's how you're going to see it. A small unit of these guys running around the table. So really, you don't need any more than 1 of this box because it states that only 1 can be included in any army. So, and then some pictures of the miniatures and some Rogue Trader action. So anyways, hope you liked it. Don't forget, like, subscribe. You have to hit that notification button. And you have to be subscribed to win in our giveaway at 500 subscribers. Until then, guys, let's just have fun with it.